YouTube, what's going on, and welcome back to today's video. In today's video, we're going to be traveling all around Cornwall, and I'm going to show you a little bit of the history and the magnificent beauty that this place has to offer. I don't know if you guys can tell, but what's currently going on is a poo fight.
That was so accurate, mate.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by, it doesn't make it easy.
I'm not exactly sure what it mined when it was originally opened in 1871, but eventually it was transferred into an ore bin. So essentially just they contained and stored ore here. It's actually one of the latest and last working mines in Cornwall, closing in 1923. This is the engine house, okay? We're trying to figure out exactly where the mine would have been. We don't believe that it would be right under the engine house because obviously it could probably cave in. It looks like this stone was put in place to cover something, but there's no way this could be the size of this mine. This mine is actually over 1,000 feet deep. It's massively deep. Cornwall was always known to be a mining part of the UK. They've been mining tin, ore, and other metals out of the ground for many years. Let's go check out what the inside of the engine room is and tour around this area. Now, you can enter through there, but you got to be kidding me, I'm way too big for that. So I'm not 100% sure exactly how this mine was used and what it's used for, but being that we're close to the coast, I'm going to assume that what they used to do is they would dig 1,000 feet down underground, and then they would dig out below the sea. And what they would need to do is in the engine room is pump the water out, because obviously under the ocean things are pretty wet, and that's where they were able to mine for a lot of different metals, tins, ore, manganese, and other metal like rock materials, and that's how the UK built a lot of riches back in the day. And so of course we're prepared with some not exactly, they're vegan, but these are Cornish pasties, and back in the day that would have been a really common meal or a really common lunch for the miners here in Cornwall. So I am in Chiswell, ancient village. Now this village was occupied nearly 2,000 years ago, about 1,700 years ago, and it is a Romano-British village. You can only find these ancient courtyard style houses in the Land's End Peninsula where we are now, or the Isles of Scilly. I'm not an expert on what was done in all these rooms, but you can see like it's remarkable how well preserved and how cool these places still look. We've got a similar style with long rooms, and they have living rooms in the back, areas for cooking, but what's something that's a little bit different about this house is down here they believe that this is just a little mine slash ditch where they would have maybe attempted to excavate or look for some tin. The final thing I wanted to point out are these grinding stones. So you can see their circular, their round pattern, and what this would have been for is grinding wheat and producing your food. Now over time, of course, they would have picked a rock that had a natural divot, but over time you can see it's gotten deeper and deeper. So I'm here at Menental, and we're taking a look at this ancient stone. This stone is about 3,500 years old, or so we think. And a lot of what it was used for, or where it was originally placed, is unknown. I'm told that it has been moved slightly from its original location, but I believe it is the original stone from 3,500 years ago. This stone was believed to have some medicinal and fertility properties. If women would go through it backwards 9 times, it was believed that they would become pregnant. Many farmers and other people people would come up, the Cornish people would come up, and it could heal ailments like a sore back or other things like that. It could potentially predict a good season of crops that year. So a lot of awesome and ritualistic properties about this thing. Hopefully it brings good luck and heals my sore back. So apparently you're supposed to go through backwards, and I believe only 3 times will heal your back. Oh, I'm way too big for this. I mean, this might hurt my back before it heals it. That was rough. Okay. 2 more. I'm sure I'm not doing it quite as gracefully as it was meant to be. Ooh. All right, guys, that's 2, and I'm suffering. All right. I need this Cornish good luck. Get out of here, Craig. Messing with my luck. Ow. All right. That was so. I think the ritual only applies if you're below 7 feet. I think I just dinged my knee and hurt my arm worse than I began, but at least my back feels good. So now we've made it to the Lanyon Coit tomb. Now this is a super ancient tomb. I believe it's somewhere around 4,000 or 5,000 years old. It's really cool, and what's really amazing about it is how did it get here? You know, these stones, these massive stones weigh upwards of 10 to 12 ton. 5,000 years ago, when this was put here, there weren't modern tools like there are today, so it's really unknown how these kinds of things got here. There's definitely not some ancient turds. These are pretty fresh. So you can see this thing is about 7 feet tall, because it's just a bit taller than I am. This tomb has been damaged and weathered over the years from things, and it's collapsed, and it's not exactly what it once was, but ancient historians and geologists can get an idea by digging into the ground and really observing what it would have been once upon a time. Wow. Super cool. Oh, this slab is a lot wider than I thought it was. Honestly, I want to get on top, but I don't want to be disrespectful or anything like that. But I believe once upon a time they used to lay dead bodies on the top of the tomb. I don't know if you guys can tell, but what's currently going on is a poo fight.
That was so accurate.
Craig thinks he's slick, but he missed. It's not gonna get me. He's holding poop. These are the dangers of hanging out with Craig Black, is he will throw poop at you. If you read it, it just says Mousehole, no?
If you're a foreigner that doesn't understand the local...
Mousehole. Welcome to Mousehole. Oh wow. Honestly, so far this town reminds me quite a bit of Padstow, just the way the water comes right into the city, and the town kind of wraps around it. Really cool. And they also have this big sea wall. So I've come down onto this sea wall to the point which is called the Mousehole, and that's where this town gets its name, the Mousehole, or Mousehole. If I believe the locals say it like Mousehole. You want to be in my vlog? I'm from Chicago, from the U.S. Where are you from?
Here.
Are you from the Mousehole? Hey, say subscribe to Jordan Journeys.
Jordan Journeys.
Subscribe. Hey. Shout out to A joking jelly, huh? We were on our way to Land's End and we had to pull over on the side of the road because we keep seeing these Celtic Christian crosses. These crosses began being erected in Cornwall sometime in the 9th century. Now, the ones that are still around today are believed to be dated somewhere between the 13th and the 15th century. It's remarkable how well they've been kept. You can still somewhat see the cross carved into the rock. You can see this thing. Really cool. They all come straight up and have that square bottom with that round top and a cross through the middle. You see other designs, but this is kind of the general form factor of these. Very cool. I wonder if there's any dates or inscriptions on it. Guys, so I'm here at Land's End. We finally made it. So this is the very southernmost tip of Cornwall, of the entire United Kingdom. So we're at the southernmost tip, and if you guys can't tell, the weather's not the best. This beautiful landscape. I had to take the GoPro out because it's raining pretty hard. You can see that lighthouse way out there. This is really a beautiful thing. It's a shame that the weather's not nicer. I wish I wasn't a cold and rainy day, but I'm making the most of it, and it's still worth coming to see. The thing about the UK is it can be raining at a moment's notice. You never know it's going to be windy, rainy, cloudy, or a beautiful day. So you got to work with what you got, and today it's raining. So we are out here in Battalik, and Battalik is a mining community. All along the coast they have engine houses and different buildings and different you know, things dedicated to mining. Honestly, I'm not the most educated on what each of the buildings mean, as well as just houses, cottages everywhere. This is an entire village. Battalik was a very old mining town in Cornwall, and yeah, quite a prominent place in the history. Wow, this is so cool. These must be like, wow, what is this? Whoa. Wow, this is really cool. I did not expect to see this at all. You can see, I came in that one and I came out here, and they're connected through. It looks like two at a time are connected because I couldn't have gotten over to this one. But you can see there's another break on the left here. These two are also connected. I'm sure the job wasn't easy here. I'm sure these are some of the hardest working people ever, but boy did they come up to a beautiful view. Looks like there's a bit more of what, oh, you know what, maybe these are different. Look, you can wind your way through here. I have no idea what this is used for. This is so incredible. There's kind of a bit of a pathway. I'm sure maybe at one point there was covers or rooftops here, or maybe not. Maybe this is just some kind of walkway or pathway. Wow, so you walk through here, and this was the opposite side of that arch. It looks like this was meant to be an open courtyard right here, and then potentially maybe these are just rooms or places where the miners would sleep. I mean, that wouldn't be so far-fetched. Maybe they had to be out here working for days at a time and they needed a place to rest. I'm trying to figure out what else these places could be. It looks like it's meant to be, you know, a stone-built house or a stone-built, you know, community area. It goes one not connected, and then it connects through the major wall. See, these two are not connected, and once again it connects through this major wall, and that same pattern. So it just kind of keeps it all, you know, very connected. This is really cool. And on this side you have more of a pattern of pathways that go all the way along, and they're all connected through. They're quite a bit taller, so I can walk through them. The pathway leads you all the way to the bottom of this tower. So I don't imagine we'll hike all the way down there, but you can see down there they have more of these engine houses, and that was used to pump that water out of the mine. Rain's not so bad when you're so distracted by all these beautiful things. The most magnificent cliffs I've ever seen in any country, in any island, any state, anywhere I've been. This is really amazing. Really appreciate you guys coming on this trip with me, you know. without you guys, it feels like a bit lonelier out here, even when I'm, when I'm filming alone. It makes the experience that much more incredible. So I appreciate all of those who subscribe and watch my videos. It really does mean a lot to me. To record you for my protection? Not even pointing it at you. What are you doing there? You just stretching? Yeah, you were stretching the whole time, weren't you? That makes sense. God, neither of them are even a little bit sneaky.